Hi, Bob here from Silver Fox Fitness. Welcome to back pain relief exercises for seniors. If you do these exercises, you should be able to relieve any kind of tension or pain you might have in your hip, low back area. You've got to do them regularly and you got to do them properly. So pay close attention. If you don't have any back pain and you don't want any back pain, you might want to include these exercises in your workouts. Number one, it's simply called pelvic tilt, standing. Okay, so we're going to stand up and we're going to do a pelvic tilt. Now that means that our hips are either going to lean forward a little bit. That's how I feel when I'm really not exercising and I'm really feeling my age. Or we're going to be in this position where I look younger and feel much, much better. Sometimes we even push our hips forward too much so that there's pressure on our low back that we don't need. So let's find the neutral standing position. Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed pretty much straight ahead. Our knees are soft, but our legs are nice and tight and straight. Okay? And our shoulders are down, back a little bit, arms relaxed at the sides, and our head is right in neutral too. We want to push our chin back into our neck a little bit to line up our ear lobes with our shoulders. Okay, you'll know that you're in the right position because you'll look like you're in the right position. Okay? So while we stand here with our hips in the right tilt, which is neutral, we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more time, in through the nose. Nice deep breath and out through the mouth. Try to make the exhale twice as long as the inhale. Exercise number 2, you need a chair. So I have my handy dandy chair. It doesn't have to be a chair, it can be a stool or a bench or something. And just sit down and sit up straight again. That means our feet are shoulder width apart, toes are pretty much pointing straight ahead, and everything's lined up. That means the ankles are below the knees, right? The knees are lined up with the shoulders, maybe a little wider, that would be nice, right? And the head is in that neutral position again, but push the chin back into the neck, sitting up nice and tall. We're simply going to fold forward. I call this Niagara Falls fold in a seated position. So my hands are on my thighs. I'm just going to slowly go over top of the knees with the palms, down the front, over the shins, heading toward the toes as I fold forward. And when I reach the toes with my fingertips, I hold it here. I'm not looking up with my head like this. My head's in neutral, remember, the whole time. Good, and after I'm here for a few seconds, I slowly climb back up the falls to where I started. Niagara Falls. Not too far from where I live either. Okay, here we go again. Now sit up straight. You ready to go? Let's breathe in through the nose. And as we exhale slowly, that's it. Our fingertips touch our toes. Okay, when you're ready, slowly come back up. Let's do it one more time. In through the nose. And exhale and go over the falls. You might not be able to reach your toes with your fingers, but if you can, that's great. And if you can't, keep trying. You're in neutral. You're just folding at the hips. The low back area is being challenged here, and slowly come back up. Got that? Good. Number 3, we need a wall or maybe a garage door like this one. And we're going to stand sideways and not too close to the wall, not too far away either. You'll find out because this exercise requires you to move your hips from out here into the wall. Okay, so looking at it this way, I'm out here and I'm going into the wall with my hips. So if you're too far away from the wall, standing sideways, it might be quite a challenge. So don't get too far at first. So here I am standing up nice and straight again. You know what that means. Good. When you're ready, you can hold on to the wall with the inside hand here. Doesn't matter where you hold. And then raise up the inside leg so that it's off the ground and bend it. Okay? Now, lower that inside leg down, that bent leg, and this hip will be higher than the other hip on the inside, right? When you got it there, I'm going to take my whole body in toward the wall. 3, 2, 1, and come back out. Got it? So I'm going in toward the wall and come back out. After I hold it in there for a few seconds, maybe I should hold it longer. Let's try it. In toward the wall. 3, 2, 1, and back out. And then I'll do the other side. But let me show you what it looks like face on. So let's pretend the chair here is the wall. There's the wall. I'm not too far away. I'm standing in neutral. Lift the inside leg, bend it. Good. And then lower it a little bit and get a hip hike going on here with the outside hip, right? And then bring your whole body in toward the wall and back out. And in toward the wall and back out. This leg is bent. This leg is bent. This hip is higher than this hip. And then in toward the wall and back out. You have a little muscle. Well, it's not that little, but it's pretty little compared to the other muscles inside your bum called your glute. These are your glutes, the big glute max muscles. You've got a medius glute muscle that's inside each glute here, and its job is to take your body this way, sideways, or of course this way, sideways. Got a medius in that glute too, and keep everything in your hips stable so that your spine is lined up with your hips and then your lower legs. The bridge exercise is great for strengthening your bum, which supports your back, your core, which supports your back. Your abdomen area is your core. It also strengthens your upper back. So I'm going to lie down on my bed because I think most of us would do the bridge on our bed. We can do it before we go to sleep at night, or we can do it when we get up in the morning, or in the midday when you're having a meditation break. You need something to put under your neck so that your neck keeps your head in neutral. So I'll use my little crocodile here. So I got to make sure that the support is under my neck. Okay, here I am. So I'm just lying on my bed. I bend my legs and put my feet flat on the bed. Arms are at the side, but I choose to have my palms facing up because I don't want to be pushing down on the bed to lift my hips. I want my bum area, my glute area, to do most of the work. So I'm going to have my arms at my side, relax with palms up. So notice, legs are bent apart a little bit. I got my neck supported. So I'm going to just try to lift my hips up as high as I can go. Well, if I'm really good at lifting them up, I don't want to go too high because I want to make sure that my shoulders, my hips, and my knees are in a nice straight line on a bit of an incline, right? So I'm going to try to do this. So I'll move my feet back a little bit to try to get my hips higher. And I think it's pretty much on an incline with the shoulder and the hip and the knee lined up. And I squeeze my bum to do this. And I tighten up my abdomen area, my core. And I breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hold it there, maybe for 10 seconds, and then come back down slowly. And go, oh my God, am I ever glad that's over with. Well, let me just try it again one more time, except this time I'm going to use the deep breathing, the diaphragmatical breathing to do this. So I'm going to breathe in through the nose. That gets lots of oxygen in my lungs, and then as I exhale, I lift my hips up to try to get them in the right position. So I'm exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. And when I run out of breath, I just gently come back down, take a break and go, oh, brother, how many of these do I have to do? Well, if you can do 3 and do them properly and do the deep breathing, that would be good. And if you can get up to more than that, 5, 10 every time you do it, that would be good. And I would do it probably every day because you really need those bum muscles strong to keep your back really strong so you don't get the pain. My last exercise, I call it the door jam. So to do it, you need a door, an open door, and I'll tell you something about this. Remember the days of the push-up and how important the push-up was, and everybody was going to be doing push-ups to get really strong? And by the way, this is going to strengthen our upper back, so that's important to your low back health. We don't want any pain in our low back, so that we're going to do everything we can possibly think of to not get that pain. So we need to strengthen our upper back. So here's the door. I'm going to face you, and I'm not going through the door and putting my arms up. I'm going to stand on this side of the door. I'm going to bend my arms at the elbows here and place them on the door jamb. I'll call this frame the door jamb. Anyway, I'm going to place them there. I'm going to make sure that my elbows are touching for sure. Now up here, that's not natural, and way down, that's not, and then right here, 90 degrees there at the eye of the elbow. But the elbows are touching the door, right? The hands don't do much. You can put them there if you want. Now my feet are shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. Where do I stand to do this exercise? Well, the farther out I go, the more it's going to work my upper back. So, and way in here doesn't do much of anything. So I'll come out a little bit. Good, I'm on a little bit of a tilt, right? An angle, a lean, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Maybe we could call the exercise the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But anyway, here it goes. I'm going to lean back. And as I lean back, I push with my elbows. So I'm leaning back, keeping my body completely straight. I'm not going like this with my hips. Lean back. You'll feel it in your upper back, right? And then come forward. So I'm going to take a breath in. As I lean back, exhale. One more. Now if you want to make it harder, just bring your feet out further. Make sure they're shoulder width apart at least. Push with your elbows into the door jamb. Here we go. Breathe in. Okay, got it? Now notice I'm in bare feet. If I had socks on, I might slip. Don't want to do that. Shoes, I don't know about the shoes. If you're in your own house and you got a door jamb and you're doing this, no one's watching, you can just use bare feet. Okay? Got it? Great for your upper back. Well, that's it for the back pain relief exercises. I hope there's something in there that you can use. Hopefully you'll never get back pain. And you know, if you could subscribe to my channel, that motivates me to make more videos for you. And I like comments too. Oh, by the way, you can hit the like button. All right, have a great day.